Picture this. It's 2026. You've finally retired, or maybe you're just enjoying those golden years you worked so hard for. You walk out to the mailbox expecting a utility bill or maybe a postcard from the grandkids, but instead you find a thick, official looking envelope from the IRS. Inside there's a penalty notice, and the number on that page? It's enough to make your stomach drop. But the scariest part isn't even the money, it's the total confusion. You're an honest person. You haven't been stashing cash in offshore accounts. You haven't been cooking the books. You've just been living your life. Yet, in this new financial reality, you've just been hit with what experts are calling the $10,000 surprise. And let's be crystal clear, that is not a typo. We are talking about penalties starting at 10 grand for a single violation. What makes this truly terrifying is that most folks getting these notices had absolutely no clue they were doing anything wrong. They were just managing their own money, moving savings around, making deposits, helping out family. They thought it was their private business, but suddenly the rules of the game changed, and nobody bothered to send them the new rule book. You're probably asking yourself, what could I possibly have done to trigger a fine that big just by living my normal life? The answer might shock you with how mundane it is. Did you sell your old pickup truck for cash and deposit the money? That could be a trigger. Did your kids pool their money and give you a generous cash gift to help fix the roof? That's a red flag. Or maybe you just withdrew a chunk of your own hard-earned pension to finally buy that you've been dreaming about. To you, that's just your money. But to the new automated enforcement system, that looks like suspicious activity. The irony here is that none of those actions are illegal. You have every right to sell your truck or accept a gift. The problem isn't the action itself. The problem is how Big Brother is now watching it. These rules were originally written to catch drug lords and massive tax evaders. But the net designed to catch sharks is now scooping up regular retirees. So why is this blowing up right now in 2026? Bank secrecy laws have been around for decades, right? The difference is technology. In the past, human eyes had to review transactions and they simply couldn't catch everything. But today, the IRS has unleashed the digital Bloodhound. We're talking about massive supercomputers and AI algorithms working 24/7 without a coffee break. These systems do something humans can't. They instantly connect the dots. Imagine you deposit $15,000 cash into your checking account. The bank sends a report, the IRS computer sees that deposit and in a fraction of a second cross-references it with your tax return, your social security data, and your pension records. And that is where the blockchain picks up the scent. It sees $15,000 hit the bank, but it doesn't see $15,000 of income on your tax return. It asks, where did this money come from? The computer doesn't know you sold your car. It just sees a mismatch and automatically flags you. The algorithm can't tell the difference between a criminal laundering money and a grandmother who's been saving cash in a coffee can for a new kitchen. To the machine, it all looks the same. To protect yourself, you need to understand the mechanic under the hood. It all comes down to a piece of paper called a CTR, a currency transaction report. It sounds complicated, but it's actually very simple. By law, banks must report any cash transaction over $10,000 to the government. Deposit, withdrawal, transfer, doesn't matter. If it crosses that $10,000 line, the bank's software automatically files the report. Here is the crucial thing to understand. The report itself is not a crime, it's just routine paperwork. Millions are filed every year. If your money is legal, you have absolutely nothing to fear from a CTR. It's just a record stating John Doe deposited $12,000. End of story. However, it is the fear of this report that drives good people into the most dangerous trap of all. This is where people lose that $10,000 in fines. It's a trap called structuring. What is structuring? Well, imagine you sold that boat and you have $12,000 cash. You know about the $10,000 reporting limit, and you think, I don't want the IRS looking over my shoulder. I'll just deposit $8,000 today, and then I'll come back next week and deposit the other $4,000. That way I stay under the limit and the bank won't file the report. You might think you're being smart or cautious, but in the eyes of the law, you just committed a federal crime. That is structuring, intentionally breaking up a transaction to evade the reporting requirement. And here is the kicker, it doesn't matter if the money is 100% clean. It doesn't matter if you paid all your taxes on it. The simple act of trying to trick the system is the violation, and the penalties can include freezing your accounts and massive fines. You thought you were flying under the radar, but you actually just painted a giant target on your back. Those AI algorithms we talked about, they are specifically programmed to hunt for these patterns. A series of deposits for $9,000 or $5,000 and then $4,000 to the computer, that looks way more suspicious than one honest large deposit. Now take a deep breath. I know that sounds intense, but the goal here isn't to scare you, it's to arm you. Protecting your nest egg from this digital dragnet is actually incredibly simple if you have the right strategy. Think of it as building an iron dome for your finances. Your defense plan comes down to 3 simple steps. Step 1, and this is your golden rule, document everything. In this era of digital surveillance, a paper trail is your armor. Sold a car? Keep the bill of sale. Got a gift from the kids? Have them write a simple gift letter. Won a jackpot at bingo? Keep the receipt. If you have a piece of paper that explains where the cash came from, you are bulletproof. Step 2. Stop being afraid of the bank report. If you have $15,000 in legal cash, just walk into the bank and deposit it all at once. Let them file the CTR. Being transparent is the best camouflage you can have. It shows you have nothing to hide. And step 3, if your financial life is a bit more complex than just a monthly pension check, get a tax pro. In 2026, a CPA isn't a luxury, they're a security system. They ensure that what's happening in your bank account matches what's on your tax return, so the digital bloodhound never even barks. At the end of the day, it comes down to accepting the new reality. The days of doing business on a handshake and keeping cash under the mattress without anyone noticing are gone. The systems are automated, fast, and they see everything. The people who will get hurt are the ones acting like it's still 1995. But now you know better. You're forewarned and you're forearmed. So ask yourself one question right now. If I got that letter tomorrow asking about my last deposit, could I open my file cabinet and prove where the money came from? If the answer is yes, then you can sleep soundly. The nest egg you spent a lifetime building is safe. Just remember, in a digital world, your best defense is a clear paper trail and absolutely nothing to hide.